Shop Talk with Cassandra Renee, the radio show where we talk about it all. Beauty, sports, current events, health, travel, music, and so much more. Tune in on Mondays at 11 a.m. on WOLB Talk Radio, 1010 on your AM dial, or stream live on WOLBBaltimore.com. You can reach us at info@talkwithcassandra.com or www.talkwithcassandra.com. Sponsored by Coiffure Exclusive Salon.
Here we go, Shop Talk with Cassandra and Renee, y'all. We back on the air again in the radio booth. Look at Melani Jackson in the booth, y'all. You can say hello to the people out there, Melani, if you like. Hello. It's rolling.
It's your boy Big Pop.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to Shop Talk with Cassandra Renee. With me is my co-host, Kevin Eaton.
Good morning, Baltimore. The worldwide least talked about co-host is in the building.
He's in the building, and we also have two special guests with us in the building as well. We have Miss Melani Jackson.
Hey.
Welcome, Melani.
She's a local artist here in Baltimore area. And we also have Larry Pop Somerville, who's her producer. Hi, Larry.
Good morning, good morning.
Welcome,
Hey.
What's up, man?
All right.
Oh, we're so honored to have both of you here with us today.
Thank you, thank you.
much.
You know, Kevin, this is right down your alley.
It sure is. Entertainment and show business is where it's at. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen. I had the pleasure of seeing Melani perform, live, and yeah, it was really nice. She can sing, man.
Oh, man. You know, I have one particular song that I absolutely love. I keep telling her that over and over. I'm like, I love that song. So we're actually going to be sampling some of her work today.
Okay.
How about that?
All right.
Oh, you're the daughter of a preacher.
Indeed.
Tell us about that.
Indeed. Oh, gosh. Well, growing up in a household with a preacher mom, a lot of expectations, you know. We didn't really get permission to make mistakes. We didn't really get permission to make mistakes. And, you know, being in the church, you know, everybody looked up to me, you know, to always make the right decisions. To always do the right thing, you know. And as a kid, I kind of told myself, when I turn 18, I'm never going to church again. I'm not going to ever do it again. I was all churched out.
Right.
You know, but I guess, you know, enough was put in me as a child to seek God for myself as an adult.
Yes.
You know, so I guess it wasn't too bad.
So that was a conscious decision that you made. So it wasn't like you were being forced as an adult.
No,
you know,
no.
But you're right. Once it's in you, you know?
Yeah, indeed.
Okay, growing up, did you consider yourself different? And if so, why?
I did. I grew up in a inner city area. A lot of drugs and everything else, you know, in the area where I grew up. But
What city?
in Baltimore City.
Okay.
In Baltimore City, but I wasn't doing the things that the other kids were doing that were in my school and in my neighborhood, you know. They were doing the parties and the boys and, you know, all the stuff that parents didn't want them to do. And I was the kid who was in house, and I was in house writing, and I was, you know, I was reading stuff that kids weren't reading, you know, my age, and I thought all kids were immature. You know, so I was kind of beyond my years as a young age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you sing in the church choir?
I did.
Okay.
I did. I sang at church. I didn't do a lot of leads and stuff like that. Nobody really knew me as a singer except
Okay.
for family. But I sang in church in the background. I was really shy as a kid. Oh, indeed. I was really shy as
Being
a kid.
serenaded.
And, you know, and at home, I would get in the mirror and I would sing, and this is what I'm going to do when I get in church, and I'm going to prove myself. And then I would get there in front of people, and it's like,
Just
I'm
freeze
scared.
up.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, that's shyness, you know, because I can relate to that because I've always been shy. I am still shy. And I think that's why so many people are surprised that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Wow.
But we're going to talk about that a little bit later on, too, you know, and
Okay.
dream and just kind of conquering your fears and all of that.
Absolutely.
So how old were you? How old were you actually when you started singing?
Wow, I think I was singing as young as I can remember talking. I was born into a musical family. On my dad's side, we had a lot of musicians, and on my mom's side, we had singers. So I grew up around it. You know, as a little child, small enough to walk underneath the table standing up, my mom was having rehearsal in the house, you know, and it was a band in my living room. And that's just what I knew. I grew up around it. So in my family, I wasn't really anything special because it's like, oh, yeah, just another singer. You come to a family reunion, you can have a concert.
Oh my
You know,
goodness.
you pick Duck Duck Goose and pick somebody up and they can play, you know, we got a band going on. So
That sounds wonderful.
yeah.
Why did you decide to make a career out of singing?
You know, music has been my sanctuary. You know, I got out of the shy thing, but music has been my sanctuary. You know, when I felt like other people didn't understand me, I didn't really speak the language of the people who were my peers. Music was my thing. You know, I would go away and I spent a lot of time alone. You know, and I was always alone with music, whether it was something I was writing or somebody else's. And I could just escape from my world, from where I was or whatever, and just be somewhere else in the midst of the music.
Wow.
And, yeah. So it's a language. It's a language that's universal, you know, and yeah, I found my sanctuary there.
So when did you start writing? How old were you?
I started writing in elementary school.
Okay.
I started writing in elementary school. You know, I would get awards for writing poems and things like that.
I was going to ask that.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't writing songs yet, but, you know, I was writing things. And then I started writing diaries. I would keep, you know, just track of my days. And I started doing it in a poetic way, you know. And then after a while, it started ending up songs,
Yeah.
you know. So, yeah, I was really young.
What was your first song that you wrote?
My first song.
Sound effects over there.
My first song was a song called That Man. And it was about God. It was about Jesus. I didn't really know too much about him, not for myself, you know, outside of what you had at home. But I said, I'm going to write a song. I'm going to write a gospel song, you know. And listening back to it, it's funny. But, you know, based on what I knew, what I was taught in Sunday school and things like that, you know, I wrote that song about God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kevin?
Well, basically, you know, like I said, you know, when I saw Melani performing and everything, you know, she did a really, really good job. She got a really nice voice, you know how to handle, you know, the attention that you get and everything. You know, Pop over there as a producer, I mean, he like really know his stuff in them keyboards and things of that nature.
Indeed.
You know, but I want to definitely let our listeners know that, you know, our number is 410-481-1010. You know, if you want to call and talk to Melani, have any questions at you know, hit the station.
You know, we actually have Miss B on the air. Hi, Miss B.
Good morning. How are you all?
Welcome.
Hey, Miss B.
Thanks.
I'd like to introduce you to Melani and Pop.
Hey, Miss
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Melani, tell us about You Know Me.
You know me a while. You know, I think that may have been my earliest testimony because I kind of felt like I had a relationship with God way beyond my years. And I really kind of felt like I was in a world of my own and a lot of people didn't really understand me. Even my mom, you know, and she's always been in my life, but I felt like a lot of people didn't know me because for the most part, I kind of put on the face that I thought people wanted to see.
Yes.
I did the things that I thought people thought I should do and talked the way people thought I should talk. And I had this whole other world inside of me that nobody knew about because I really didn't get permission to be Melani,
Yes.
you know. But in the midst of all of that, you know, it was like God was always there. The good, bad, and the ugly, he was always there, you know, and he knew me when nobody else did. So, yeah.
Wow.
Let me ask you this. What other places do you perform? Like New York, or do you ever travel?
Oh, yeah, we traveled different places. We,
Okay.
all, you know, United States.
Okay.
Haven't been outside yet.
Haven't been
to
outside the
sing
country yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're working on it. We have some things coming up in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
August, Kenya, Africa, yeah.
Yeah.
In
That's
Kenya?
good.
Youth Explosion.
Okay. How long you gonna be in Kenya? I might want to go with that.
We're looking at a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a
Okay,
good
let's go
friend from
back.
Kenya. We talking about going
I'm
to
sorry.
his mother's house. She live in a
Let's
hut
go back.
somewhere.
Let's go back. Let's go back to You Know Me.
Okay.
Brian, would you play You Know Me, please? Wow, that's a beautiful song.
Very nice, huh? She has a beautiful voice, huh?
Oh my goodness. So what were you saying about Kenya?
Oh, I want to go. I have a friend of mine that's from Kenya, right? And he says his mother lived, in one of the regular villages.
Yeah.
I want to go to a regular village and see the regular people. So if you guys get to go to Kenya,
We keep you in
yeah,
mind.
wanna go along,
yeah, for
right?
sure. Yeah.
You know, you start your day pretty early at 2:30 a.m.
I do.
Okay, wow. Why? Because I'm just rolling over for the first time.
It's really not on purpose. I just kind of wake up. I have so many things that I'm doing, and I'll just wake up, and I'll get songs in the middle of the night like that. I think most of the songs that I write come to me in the middle of the night.
Yes.
And I say come to me because I get them. It's not like I'm trying to create. So in the middle of the night is when my creative juices are flowing.
Yes.
So I'll get up and people are asleep and I have peace. And we start writing, we start working early. Yeah.
Wow. Do you consider yourself to be empathetic, and if so, why?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I have this weird gift. I don't talk about it much. So I just tell it's just between me and you.
Okay, just between the two of
Just
us.
between the two of us. Yeah, I have this thing where, sometimes it's like I can feel other people in a way where it's not like I can pick you up. It's like I can actually feel what you're feeling. And sometimes people that other people would reject, I don't, because it's different when you can see it from someone else's eyes.
Right.
And I'm able to do. I can't say that it's all the time, but sometimes. And so I just have a heart for people that a lot of people reject.
Yeah.
I'll be that one. Even in high school, I had a whole bunch of friends that were the misfits. They were my friends. Where I wasn't a misfit. I had a lot of other friends, but I would make friends of the people that other people ignored. And I
Okay.
still have a heart for those people. Never been really interested in like cliques and things like that.
Yeah.
It would be the other people.
So do you think that's because you were shy? I mean, because that made you different. So do you think that's why?
Well, I guess it probably added to it. It probably added to it. I did a lot of observing in those times where I didn't do a lot of talking. So where a lot of people were interacting and doing something, I was just observing people. I think I still kind of have that now. I kind of observe people, but in observing people, you just kind of pick things up.
Yes.
You kind of notice things and, you see things a little bit different than someone who's actively just jumping into something.
That's true.
know what I mean?
Sometimes it's best to be still, be quiet, listen. Are you still shy?
Not at all.
Okay, good.
And you know what? I call shyness a curse. I mean,
It is.
I call it a curse because I know as a kid, I had a lot of opportunities, even as a kid and as a teenager, a lot of opportunities that I missed because of shyness. Where I was placed in situations in front of big people, and I didn't do what I could do because of shyness.
Right.
And looking back on stuff like that, even, in college and things like that, I kind of got away from it in college, but, just missing opportunities.
Yes.
Things I should have said or could have said, and I could have changed things, and I just didn't.
Yes.
I couldn't even look people in the eye. People wouldn't believe that now, but yeah. It was, I felt like I was kind of like in a jail inside of myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this. Are you a cancer survivor?
No, I'm not.
What is it that gave you the idea and everything to want to do a song and video and everything for cancer survivors? What is it that triggered that?
I know a lot of cancer survivors. Of course, I think we all have some in our families.
Yes.
Okay.
And people that are close. My mom actually a breast cancer survivor.
Okay.
It's just a disease that in doing research, it's a thing where, it's so preventable if caught, early,
Detected.
or
Okay.
caught early enough,
Yes.
and looking at the statistics and how many African Americans die from it in comparison to how many of us get it in comparison to other races.
Yes.
Right.
Like white women get it more than we get it, but we die more than
Let me put it like this. As an artist, right, you could have made a song and a video you can say, I'm going to have my girls in there and they're going to do this, they're going to do that. But what is it that made you focus on, survivors of breast cancer? You know what I'm saying? Because you had the opportunity to do a video, to do anything with your video that you really wanted to and sing about anything. But you chose to take on the subject of breast cancer survivors. And, what is it that really put in your heart to say, okay, I'm going to make this video? You actually had breast cancer survivors in your video.
I did.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just came to mind. I think it was just one of those ideas. Larry and I, we were just talking, and it just came to mind, and we just decided to do it.
Yeah, okay.
I think we both know survivors.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just decided to do it, and we said, let's not do a ballad or, a sad song. Let's do something happy, because these women, and we sure, that there are men too, but these women are, they're survivors. That's something to be happy about.
Yes, it is.
That's something to celebrate. So, we decided, the video won't be sad. The video won't be,
Right. Because it's good. I love the video. It's a happy video. The women are smiling. And
yeah, so we had a
positive.
ball, and all of those survivors were people that I actually met for that video. So they weren't people that we knew. And, just going into their homes and stuff, because a lot of those scenes were actually at survivors' homes. And, getting in there and meeting the people and them telling us their stories and the things that they went through and how they came through was really enlightening, and I developed some friendships through there. I developed some relationships with people that I still communicate with now, and, one particular girl that she's a part of my prayers daily, because she wasn't technically a survivor. They kind of gave her a deadline.
Yeah.
18 years, though.
Yeah, she's been fighting
Really?
for 18 years.
Wow.
But
Amazing.
18 years.
as a person of faith, I just don't accept things like that well.
Yes.
I just don't do, you have a deadline? Okay, fine. So I believe that God is a healer, and I know that He is that.
Yes.
I've seen it, So just believing for healing for her, and she's a part of my daily prayers. And I'll check on her, we'll talk every once in a while, and I'll check on her. But, yeah.
Miss B, do you have any questions for Melani?
Wow, I just want to commend you for, like Kevin said, you could have chose anything to spill out, in the video, but you chose to uplift these women, and that is just commendable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Melani, tell us about your dad.
My dad. I call my dad Super Dad.
Why?
My dad was one of those people who was always there. And I tell people all the time, my dad is deceased now. And I trusted my dad more than I trusted God. And I don't say it like it's a good thing, but it's what the truth is.
The truth.
He was that guy that if he said it, don't question it anymore, because if he said it's okay,
Yes.
it's okay, and he would always be there. He never let me fall. And that's probably not a good thing, because there's some things that I had to learn, after he died, but it's like he was always there.
Yes.
And I was never able to, hit the ground and learn from my mistakes or anything like that, because he was just always there. He was always in my corner,
Yeah.
good, bad, and ugly. He was in my corner, whether I was wrong, right,
That's a good parent. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You need that support system, and so many fathers aren't there. So
Yeah.
he was a wonderful man. You were married,
I was.
okay? And he betrayed you. How did he betray you?
Wow. Wow. Well, infidelity, but, there was physical abuse, mental abuse, all that kind of stuff. We were really young. We got married really young. And I think we both weren't really ready for that. I made a lot of sacrifices for marriage.
Yes.
He kind of competed with my music, and I picked him. I thought that was the right thing to do.
Yes.
Older, I'm learning now, wow, I shouldn't have had to make a decision like that, but I did, and ended up starting from scratch after everything was over. So even outside of anything else, I regret the time that I lost from my music during that period.
Yeah, but you're here now.
I am.
Tell us about getting back up.
Wow. Getting back up, that's my story. That's my story. And just recovering from the stuff,
Yeah.
Things happen, and just kind of learning from your mistakes, learning from the things that kind of knocked you down in the past. I have one part in the song where I talked about wiping the dust from my hair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding,
Literally.
literally, wiping the dust from my hair. But, those things make me stronger.
Yes.
You learn from them, and, you keep on moving. But they made me stronger, and I decided to put it into a song because I know that my story is not different from probably a lot of other people.
Yes.
And I get that, people sending me messages and Facebook comments and everything, and they're telling me, that song was for me.
Yes, you were telling my story.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian, getting back up.
Goodbye yesterday, can't hang around. I've got other places to go. I'm sorry if you miss my company. I've got new things that are waiting on me. I'm packing my hopes and I'm packing my dreams. They go with me, they're mine. I'm getting back up again. I'm standing back on my own feet. I'm wiping the dust from my hair. Can't stay on the ground, no. I'm leaving the past behind. It has no place in today. I'm gonna be just fine. I'm getting back up again. Hello tomorrow, I'm really glad to see you. Why did you wait so long? I'm right here by faith and not sight. I'm depending on you to show me the light. Yes, I did fall and I got right back up, and I know I will be just fine. I'm getting back up again. I'm standing back on my own feet. I'm wiping the dust from my hair. Can't stay on the ground, no. I'm leaving the past behind. It has no place in today.
I love that song. I love
Thank
that
you.
song.
Thank you.
Who are the people who helped shape you musically, and why?
Well, I would say I have two people that I would have to give that credit to. The first would be my college music director, Dr. Nathan Carter.
We know that name.
Yeah, Dr. Carter. I probably don't even need to talk about him, but he was, that no-nonsense guy who didn't accept anything less than excellence. And, I got pushed from that old Melani into this new Melani because I really didn't have a choice, and it's like sink or swim,
Yes.
and it was great for me. It was great for me, and, he definitely made a major, he was a major part of who I am today.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And the second person, this guy here, Larry Somerville, I only met him about 2 years ago, but I think the connection was just kind of divine, but he kind of reminds me a lot of Dr. Carter.
Yes.
But, we bumped heads at first.
Of course.
This guy, he's like a drill sergeant, he's kind of a no-nonsense kind of person, but, getting to know him, his vision and mine wasn't really different,
Okay.
but we just had two different approaches. But, he kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone. I had a way of doing things, and, I had been doing music for a while. I had my own band, I was doing my thing, and I got got this together. I'm Queen B. You know, I got it together.
Yes.
And this guy pretty much stripped everything down and just like showed me raw. Like, okay, yeah, all of these things need to be fixed. And, you know, and I would get mad and I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you.
So, Melani, how can our audience get in touch with you and actually get that wonderful CD?
Well, Melani Jackson 2012 at gmail.com.
Okay.
I could be emailed there. I have music on iTunes.
Okay.
But I also have CDs. You know, if you can email me, I have CDs and where if you need the hard copies. But
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
iTunes.
thank you. Thank you so much for being a guest. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Melani. And
Thank you.
we want to see you back here, okay?
Definitely.
Okay, thank you so much for tuning in again. And until next week, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Baltimore.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's my music, Doc. Yeah?